The history of the North London Derby. The story starts with Arsenal, at the time Woolwich Arsenal, then Royal Arsenal, eventually the Arsenal, and finally, just Arsenal, who, in the late 1800s and early 1900s, played their matches in southeast London in the neighborhood known as Plumstead. It was essentially Noahsville in English football at the time. Most of the money and skilled players in the sport at this stage were in the Midlands or the North. It was reflected in Arsenal's performances as well as their attendance. They floated around the second division with numbers less than 10,000. Comparatively against Tottenham's attendance at the time, it was but a fraction, as Spurs were regularly drawing near 50,000 spectators. The low attendance led Arsenal to enter voluntary liquidation in 1910, bankruptcy. It was at this moment that everything would change. Ever heard of Roman Abramovich? Or maybe Sheikh Mansour? The men that purchased and flooded Chelsea FC and Manchester City FC with money, respectively. The same thing happened at Arsenal in this pivotal moment in their history. Sir Henry Norris, the original Abramovich, Mansour, et al. Stepped in to save Arsenal from their financial struggles at the last moment and immediately set about putting them on the trajectory towards glory. So where do Tottenham come in? Right now. As part of Norris' business strategy, the club needed to be in a more populous, central location in the City of London. He identified North London and decided on his location quickly for Arsenal's first major stadium, Highbury. It was just down the road from Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. But, as we said, it wasn't just their proximity that set these two alight. Spurs were unhappy with the move, with the papers claiming the north side of London had no need for another football club, but there was no true hatred. Not yet. It wasn't until after the First World War that things between these two soccer clubs would escalate. What follows becomes slightly complex, so check these easy-to-follow bullets on the matter. After World War I, the English Football League decided to expand from 20 teams to 22 teams. That meant there were two new spots up for grabs in the top tier of football. To decide who would take those spots, the Football League referenced the most recent complete league table. That was the 1914-15 season, the last full season before soccer was put on hold for the war. In that season, Chelsea finished 19th, while Tottenham finished 20th, last in the first division. Arsenal, meanwhile, were 6th in the second division. Chelsea was permitted to keep their spot in the top flight. Derby County and Preston North End, who finished first and second in the second division, were promoted to the top flight, as usual. These moves left one spot open in the Football League First Division, the expanded 22nd spot.